Orwell. Let's create a new profile. Okay, so what should we use for the picture?
The one on the bottom, second to the right.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, what should we call it?
Sweet, sweet.
Sweet Sweet?
Or Shippo.
Shippo!
I default to Shippo for everything.
Ship. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay, well, we can enter an email address. This will inform us on updates on our case. Please do not spam us. Okay, so we need to agree to the following conditions, so you need to agree with me. I am aware that my actions may severely impact the lives of the citizens of the nation. I will work thoroughly and judge objectively in the best of my behalf. Belief? Yeah, that was belief. While working, I will adhere to the laws and jurisdiction of the nation.
Sure.
We agree.
Always agree to the terms of whatever.
Yeah, agree to the terms of whatever. We did not even need to read those, we would just agree. That is how the world works. That is?
Yeah, I got in trouble with the Apple company because they agreed to sell their souls.
So we're watching security footage from Freedom Plaza. Okay, so Orwell is basically like a big brother type of thing. I played like 2 of the missions, failed miserably. Now we're gonna work together on this. So we're gonna be given a few documents on a certain person here that has a criminal history. And that will be our starting point to try and figure out what in the world happened.
Police record finished.
Yep. That makes her a bit suspicious whenever something happens here, right? Episode 1, the clocks were striking 13.
13.
You're online, good. County Signs, I will be advisor on Orwell. Together we will form the first and last line of defense against terrorism. So you hired a complete random person to do this, and we're the only defense against terrorism? Is there no military? Of any kind? Am I the only person that's doing this? Like, I don't even copy the entire article. I copy sentences, so you never get the context of what I'm saying.
No trust in Morpheus wearing a turtleneck sweater.
For this test phase, you're one of the first people to try out the Orwell system under real circumstances. Selected from thousands of applicants across the globe. Okay, so you're not gonna review my work at all? Alright.
Yeah, maybe later.
Normally congratulations be in order, but you can see from that footage there's been an incident, so let's get started. Seriously, you can only copy little sentences from each of the pages. And so they're only getting what you say is true. That's the idea. You can essentially filter out most of the things. Okay, so the reader's purpose is to store bookmarks to online websites and documents for easy access. It's highlighted when there's new information to be investigated. It's nice of them to figure out exactly where all the information is and then have only one person read through it.
Just science?
Well, no, just you.
Oh, just me?
Just me.
Just you?
Symes doesn't even care. I get the feeling Symes is a robot. I want you to be informed of our situation. Our leading newspaper, the National Polder, will bring us up to speed. I think that feel free to browse. I've activated the profiler. Open unknown person once you're done.
You're welcome to Orwell. You want to read some books?
This is the first. This is obviously the most important one. Not the bombing or anything. Movie shooting complete. Shooting of Grey Shadow saga has been finalized. Third part of the saga to hit movie theaters next Valentine's Day. 100 Grey Shadows. Is this supposed to be a 50 Shades of Grey thing? I mean, it's hitting theaters on Valentine's Day.
2018, huh? Next year.
Yeah, it says next Valentine's Day. I don't think that's important. Negotiations in Triliphlith failed. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think his hand is hurting like something exploded in it.
Yeah. Riot photos. It's nice that the person rioting kind of just stood still for the photo.
Yeah. No blur effect, no nothing. Pretty much. This was staged.
Can we put that in here? This was staged. This was staged.
But the man's pain is genuine.
Peace negotiations have been aborted without any result last night. The news about premature cancellation of the negotiation caused thousands of people to resume demonstration in the Capitol. Okay, here's the one we actually need. Bomb obliterates Freedom Memorial, kills 3 people. 5 people were severely injured. The Freedom Memorial in Bonton, leaving nothing but rubble behind. They believe the attack was an act of terror. An anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song, "The Thoughts Are Free," had reached local authorities. Okay, so let's open up unknown person. The profile holds all known information on who we investigate. The file you have opened is for our main subject. The blue-haired woman in the CCTV footage before shows the assault is no stranger to police. Take a look at the police record. So we have Watergate Cassandra. The highlighted elements in the record are pieces of data that are to be extracted. We call these elements data chunks. Hovering over them will view their relevance and any new content, connections, or information it may influence. For example, we can later on say Cassandra engages in torture. Drag and drop all data chunks into the database to upload them to our servers. So here's her name. Here's a new picture of her. Pictures or names are crucial for Orwell to identify a person. Information in a document can only become a data chunk when it is assigned to a target person. The reason for Miss Orwell's prior arrest has been unlocked. We need this info to progress. Assault on a police officer. And we found a document because of that. Now let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes? I do not. I find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you'll see what I mean.
Sometimes everything is not pre-written in records.
Well, is this woman a terrorist?
Possibly.
Woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago. Remains in custody. Trial scheduled for August.
She looks like a social justice worker, and all social justice workers are terrorists. They cause terror.
The young woman is accused of having hit the victim's head with a large brick. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza as part of a demonstration. Exactly where they got blown up. She's still running around freely. We should find out why. Gain more background information, know who we're dealing with. So here it says that she's an artist. So now we have her occupation. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces. Wow, just believing she's guilty before we have any actual thing saying it.
Innocent or proven guilty.
No, they're guilty until proven innocent. No.
Computer-generated fake hologram thing.
I extracted all the info that he already knew about Watergate. Right now, we're going in blind. This dictates to investigators like ourselves, we're only ones allowed to activate. See, the Orwell ethics code says that only we are allowed to look at information regarding the target. Why? Why? Please tell me why this is a thing. Can I not give you the documents? I mean, seriously, this thing finds the documents for you. Why don't you have multiple people look at this to figure out the connotations of what is being said? I don't understand. But okay. Advisors like me only get to see data provided by the investigators. We'll draw our conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Never give away incorrect or misleading information. Unit disable on data chunks you don't want to pass on. This might be necessary to progress on the case. Okay, so now we have her portfolio. We have a new picture of her, we can add that on there. It's a bit more flattering.
That's creepy.
What, you don't like that picture?
That's a creepy picture.
Okay, so here we can tell them that her location is in Wonderland, right behind the rainbow. Do we need to put that in Orwell?
No. That's fake.
Okay, so she quit her dull day job to focus on an art career. That important?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, here's her util account. We definitely need that. Now we can access any conversation on that account. Seriously, you're having me listen to her conversations and look up information on her all day, and you're not gonna let me show anyone else. Okay, so here's one of the things we can do. This is a self-portrait. She named it The Businessman's Forgotten Daughter. If we place that in, it will say that she's the daughter of entrepreneurs. Is this reliable information?
I don't think so. I don't trust that.
This one says that it's a Christmas present for a darling, which says she's in a relationship.
Yeah, that could be helpful.
Thing is, once we add anything to Orwell, we can't take it away. Okay, so it looks like we're missing something. So we need to either add that the businessman's forgotten daughter or quit her dull day job. Which one should we add?
Probably the quit one.
We should find out what that job was. Still not letting me do anything. I'm gonna go ahead and add the daughter thing, okay?
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That activated it. Want to read with me? Or do you want to just let it go across the screen?
Yeah, I'll read with you. Hey, you.
Hey, Josie.
I can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right?
You got me, Sherlock. I'm in the middle of buying all of Bonton with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. Can't stop me now.
Son of a... Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner.
Wine? What does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-around badass, have in mind this time? Probably just a business call from one of his favorite clients.
Actually, yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra.
I thought as much. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You'll have to get this client of yours pretty buzzed to handle all that business.
One bottle should be fine, a little bit laced. She's a lightweight. Emoticon.
Oh, whatever. I guess I should pick up some of those party pills from Big Pharma, aka my parents, then.
Oh, come on, I was only teasing. A little. Speaking of your parents, when are you gonna tell me about us?
Yeah, maybe. Gotta go now. Text you later. XOXO. Okay, so there's 3 data chunks we can place in there. First, do we want to report that she stole a credit card?
Yes.
Report that she stole the credit card. She stole a credit card of an unknown person. If we were able to find out who she was talking about, we could lock it. Okay, so here's Joseph Langley. This will create a profile for her lawyer. I think we definitely need that. Wait, she stole a credit card of her lawyer? Really? We should be able to track the credit card of this Langley and lock it for him. Done. No need to thank me, Mr. Langley. Okay, so now we can access Joseph Langley. Data chunks will only appear for targeted persons and it can only be extracted to the relevant files. So right now, Langley is not really a target. We won't get many things about him. Okay, so Big Pharma. This will say that she's the daughter of pharmaceutical entrepreneurs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Watergate, does that ring a bell? So we have a new place to go to.
This game is like teaching you how to stalk on the internet.
How to what?
How to stalk another on the internet.
Pretty much.
Gather all the information on
Orwell informs me we encountered conflicting data chunks. Whenever the content of 2 data chunks are at odds, they will be shown as conflicted. If you extract one, the other becomes invalid. In other words, we can only choose one to place in. Because, you know, people don't want to see both sides of the argument. Clarify the contents of the conflict before you proceed. This is your decision. Once the information is passed, there's no way to reverse our choice. Okay, so this is basically procedure closes, raises manipulation suspicions. So this is basically her attack on the police officer. How did it end? Cassandra W. was acquitted of the alleged assault against the police officer before the trial took place, with the case being closed of lack of evidence yesterday. The case might be reopened. So this is coming from the writer. Meanwhile, the relatives of the victim explained their disappointment of hearing the result. They voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might influence the outcome. So this is what the writer heard, and this is what the family is saying. The family of the victim, the person whose head she bashed in. Which one is more reliable?
I'd say the first one.
So this one's more reliable? Closed due to lack of evidence?
Yeah, the second one's hearsay.
The second one is from the victim, the person whose head she hit. So they're going to be biased. Okay, so here comes, this is their Watergate things. Let's look at,
Watergate scandal.
yep. Well, this is their pharmacy. Their
Holy shit, that's
Cassandra Watergate. We found her.
oh,
Was that another portrait? Is that actually the same person? Here's your old job. I'm going to be CEO of a pharmaceutical company. She mentioned she had to quit an old job. Alison Bruno's daughter, Cassandra. The National Beholder just published a new article. So this will create a profile for her parents. And let's keep going here. There's jobs. We're urgently looking for a chief operating officer to replace the retired, formerly appointed predecessor. And that continues with what we already know. Miss Watergate underwent a radical change. What between these two lives of her, what caused the radical shift? So now we have her timeline, basically like it's on Twitter. Here's another picture of her. This is actually my favorite picture of her. I like it. This is what I normally keep as hers. So it has her birthday. Let's upload it. And here's her interest, according to her. Hi, come on. Let me upload that. Art, music, and activism. What a lineup. Okay. So here's one thing that we can add that's questionable. Fuck all of you government lackeys. Which will say that she opposes the government. Do we want to add that to her thing?
Yeah.
Add it? Well, Miss Watergate, we aren't too fond of you either.
If you're gonna say fuck the police.
Okay, here's a contradiction. She's talking to a person called Mary. Do we want to add Mary, just shut your freaking mouth already? We have another thing that will be a conflict with this.
Not really.
Cassandra is now in a relationship with Joseph Langley,
Who's that?
her lawyer.
Yeah, Emma.
The person whose credit card we locked. Cassandra shall be known to the world as Catharsis. This will give her an alias.
Yep.
And it will tell us who exactly came up with this.
When the FBI usually researches people, they usually look for your real name and
Any aliases.
yeah.
It's saying right now an alias name. So many names, so many identities. It's good to record every single one. Then we can match data chunks to who's using them. Here's someone actively inviting her to an activist group.
Yep.
And anything more specific about that? Okay, here's what we're contrasting. Here's her saying that Mary is the best friend of her best friend of all times. Do we want to add her saying "fuck you, Mary," or do we want to add Mary as her best friend?
Who's Mary?
This will, well, Mary is the girl in this picture. We can also see the conflicting data chunk. Sweetie, what's the matter? That doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung out for ages. You gotta get out from time to time. You'd feel much better. Mary, shut your freaking mouth, okay? I'm not in the mood for your stupid act. I told you again and again, I can't deal with this right now. Okay, you know what? I'm really sorry that I still care about my best friend, no matter how often she decides to give me the cold shoulder. But in the case, that's in the past.
We'll do the other one.
It looks like Cassandra's ignoring her best friend. But it also... How do you feel their relationship is?
They technically are best friends.
Okay.
Even though they have a friendship. It's kind of a relationship.
Okay. So there's one other thing in here. Let's try and grab that up. Okay, so we got a link to this. I've already seen that. So we have a new headline. It's talking about a safety bill. Collection of safety center laws, the ultimate goal to protect the freedom of the nation's citizens. It looks like we have a new thing in the listener. Let me take a sip before I go.
Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing?
Yeah, don't mind me. You know I have a history with that place. Already fucking me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories, and now I was there just moments before this happened. Should never have gone to that damn protest.
Darling, you don't need to justify yourself to anybody, especially not to me.
I was so happy when Goldfields accepted me into thought. I just really wanted to go, to prove my worth to the cause.
Think of it this way. If you would not have gone to the protest, then you never would have been wrongfully indicted and we would have never met.
Yeah, and I would not have been called a terrorist in all the papers.
You are not a terrorist, okay?
Ain't I? You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm gullible.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Your card's not working here. I can't buy anything. Have you gone bankrupt or something?
It's possible. Unless you went on a serious shopping spree, then there should be plenty of money on there.
Guess we'll have to go without wine then.
Here's the thing, I got an important appointment tonight. It's surprisingly out of schedule and I can't postpone it.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow.
You always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment every fucking where. How can you constantly do this to me?
Donna, please just calm down, correcting your hammer. Have you taken your room for it?
Yes, damn it! It's the only thing that matters to you? That I'm on fucking happy pills all day?
Dada, please, it's not like that, and you know it.
So I keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging?
If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing a very important client. Wink, wink.
Oh no, I totally understand now. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours now.
Cassie, don't be like that.
I get it. I guess I'm not an important client anymore.
Oh, come on, Cassie, appointment. I'll set up one tomorrow.
Going home now, in case I'm getting up on that priority list of any time of yours soon.
Please.
Okay, so we have a few data chunks in here we can choose to add. We have methrin.
That's important. He's or she's doing some kind of drug.
Okay, so we need to look up methrin. Goldfields accepted her into a group called Thought.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
She has to catch a bus there every single day. Good?
Yep.
Yeah, you'll reserve your thoughts. He's like... meaning that it could have been a coincidence that she was there after all. I'll reserve my thoughts till you find more evidence. Yeah, you weren't just damning her to hell before. So let's look at the products page. Methrin. It's an antidepressant. I wonder if her adverse attitude toward the assault is actually worth anything then. Look, with what we have right now, a potentially dangerous personality, indicating that to law enforcement.
How not dangerous?
You told them that she has a hatred against the government.
Well, I mean, she actually did something.
Yeah. But the fact that she did something in the past is still on there. There's an article by a person called Catharsis. Same contact information. So here's a data chunk that has a confliction. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. Has an adverse attitude against violence. Here's her timeline. And she decides to post the bombing with the words, "Ha! Finally someone had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is." If we post this one, it will tell them that she sees the assault justified for showing the futility of surveillance. What do you think your true emotions are? How does she really feel? Does she feel that the assault is justified? Or is she against violence? Based on what we've seen so far. She's laughing at the situation here. But this is also saying that this one is one that she wrote on a blog post, essentially saying that she didn't want to hurt anyone.
Let's take that one.
This one?
Yep.
If you think that's your actual attitude, we might be barking up the wrong tree after all. We need to be searching for something more concrete. Here's a listener.
Hey, Cassie.
Hi, Jules.
Cassie, I just wanted to know your post on timelines about this assault.
Really, Jules? You're not gonna preach to me about this stupid post, are you?
You really shouldn't write something like that. No! I just wanted to know what's wrong, Cassie.
It's nothing.
It's between the two of us.
I had to let off steam, you know?
Because of what happened, isn't it?
Yeah, and lots of other shit today. This bombing stirred up all of this crap again. You know? What I did?
What happened there wasn't your fault. Cassie, you heard that offer to serve to save me. You succeeded. You mustn't forget that. I was so proud.
How can it not have been my fault, Juliet? I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children because I lost it. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Who knows what had happened if you hadn't stopped him? This is why you really should remove this post and correct your grammar.
I feel like an asshole. The worst kind of asshole. I might be free, but not rightly so. I'm not innocent.
Oh, Cassie, nobody's innocent. You'll have to let this go.
Okay, so we have 2 conflicting data chunks here. This one says that this will add that Cassandra injured a police officer to protect Juliet Kinderson. It will also add to Juliet that she was protected from a police officer. This one will just add to Cassandra that she admitted to guilt that for having injured a police officer in rage.
Juliet.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. We can arrest her and open the investigation again. The intervention team is on its way. We need to wait the confirmation. It's not a problem to get our address with help with local police. So in other words, soon we're going to get a thing there. There's something on this page that I should be looking at, but apparently I can't find it. There we are, the listener's up again. I thought about what you said. No, you're right. I should take the post down.
Can't be better, believe me.
Wait a second. Someone's at the door. Be right back.
Okay, I'll wait. Smiley face. It's me. I'm a guy. By the way, how's your boyfriend? You're still together? You haven't been talking about him all that much lately. Well, not as much as before. Hello? Are you still there? Are you alive?
I'll inquire while arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job. We had no proof she's involved in the bombing, but we might be able to question her. You see, despite acting in defense of this Juliet, she seems to be unstable and a threat. She's now in custody. Look at the news. 2 dead after second explosion. 2 dead, same letter found. The assaults are connected. Miss Watergate was in custody, so either she's out of the picture or she's working with someone. We can log off and get some rest. Try and get sleep. The next few days are going to be trying at best. Episode 2, place where there's no darkness. Should we turn it off for now?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to this. Look. Lieutenant's work had us, met with my superiors. They believe in the capability of Orwell to handle this. Oh, and you, of course. Yeah, Orwell is doing all the work, of course, naturally. I'm just the one choosing what in the world kind of attitude to display to you.
Sam's is like the butler.
Uh-huh. Goldfields will be our next target. When we come back. This will activate new data chunks that we haven't been able to look at before. Why can't we just profile everyone? I don't understand why we have to do this in chunks.
That's not profiling, it's like.
We activated Goldfields. So what do you think?
Yeah, it's a good game. Not really too much action. A lot of reading.
Yeah.
It was pretty straightforward. At least it highlights pieces for you.
Yeah, thankfully. Well, so this is us signing off. Bye bye.